Hey YouTube fam, welcome back to Jazzy's Tips. So today we are going to be making some albondigas, so let's get to it. So let me put you guys down here. Today I put a wet towel under my board because, as you guys see, my board moves a lot while I cut. So we are going to be cutting first a tomato and a half onion. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash my tomato. Okay, so for today I am going to be using a different knife. You guys may have heard, guys. It's amazing. I love this knife here. I got this from a sushi bar I used to work at. So I'm just gonna cut the top. Take that off, discard that. But yeah, I got this one when I used to work at a sushi bar. I asked one of the guys if they could order this for me. It was the best investment ever, guys. Slices so smoothly. So I'm just going to turn the tomato to the side so I cut this side. I have cut myself with this knife pretty bad, guys. Super sharp. I like using this when I do sushi at home. If you guys would like to learn how to do sushi at home, it's not exactly what you would get when you go to a sushi bar, but it's kind of my imitation of it. I like making California rolls. I tried making salmon rolls before. I didn't really like them. It wasn't something I really liked. But yes, we're just going to start cutting this. I cubed it up into little sections. This is going to be for the first step that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be for the broth part. We gotta give that broth a flavor, guys. So I'm just cutting it. I don't want to waste too much product. So this part's a little chunky. So now I'm just gonna go over it and cut it up, guys. Alright guys, so our tomato is pretty much chopped. It's not the best, but it is going to dissolve with everything else. Now we are going to be using half of our onion. I'm going to take the core out because that's what makes me cry. So I like to do thin strips. So I get the smallest chop. Okay, so I'm going to do that for now. I'm going to turn my onion to the side. Okay, so you guys can see that. I'm going to turn it to the side and I'm going to chop it. This gives me very tiny pieces, guys. And all of this is just for the flavor of the broth, guys. Put this on my plates. And I've cut myself before doing this, picking it up, but I don't listen. So I'm going to cut just a little bit more, guys. And I'll show you guys with one strip how it is. Well, not with one, well, yeah. I'll show you guys with one strip better. So this is one strip here. So I'm going to get you guys a little closer so you guys can see. So I like chopping this way, so I get every little piece. And so I didn't really do multiple chops. You saw that I just did one single chop, and look how tiny that is. So that's one of my tips that I got from my husband, since he is a cook. Oh, he was a cook. He doesn't do cooking. He's not a cook anymore. He switched careers. Okay, so my onion and my tomato are done. So that's that there. Okay, so now so we're just gonna leave that to the side, guys. I'll show you guys the next step with that, but we're gonna leave that to the side. I'll be back. Let me just rinse my. Okay guys, so right now we're actually going to be doing the mint part. So I used about 6 stems. I didn't use all of it. I just left like the top parts, but I did rip them off one by one, as you could tell. But yeah, so I washed them already. So now I have that amount of stem of mint. So I have the mint right here. You know guys, I use this shirt a lot. So I'm going to chop it to thin strips right here. Try to keep it in one place. So we're going to chop it into thin strips. Try to be careful. You guys don't want to cut yourselves with this. Okay, so we have cut it in thin strips. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other part right here. Okay, so we got that into thin strips. Now we are going to cut it the opposite way. Okay. Sorry guys, take me a while to start this. But yes, now we're going to cut this. Gather it into a bunch. Making sure you're cutting it thinly. So I have it thinly. I'm just going to chop it again, guys. We don't want it too minced, but we do want it into tiny pieces, guys. So it is chopped very finely. I'll show you guys real quick. So if it was the opposite way. So yeah, it's chopped thinly. So I'm going to put everything that I'm going to be using for the meatball part, I'm going to be putting into this pink bowl. So that's that for the mint. So now I'm going to be putting some cilantro. So I'm going to break the cilantro. I'm going to wash it. You don't want no dirty cilantro, guys. Try to take out as much liquid as I can. So now it's chopping time, guys. I should put a different shirt when I go on live, guys. Well, not on live, but when I do my videos, because I feel like most of my videos I'm using this shirt. I don't know, guys. I just like this shirt. It's not that I plan it, but the days that I decide to film, I'm wearing this shirt for some reason. So I'm just going over it so it could be chopped nice and finely, guys. So I am going to have to grab more mint since I have a lot of cilantro here. So I'm actually going to put some of the cilantro on the side for my broth part, guys. Okay, I think that's fine. So I'm going to add about this much to the mix for the meatballs. Do you have one already? Okay guys, so now we are going to put the rest of the cilantro in with our broth. Not our broth, it's not a broth yet, but what we're going to make our broth with. I hate when I cut cilantro, I can't keep all the cilantro because it gets stuck on my fingers, guys. So now we're going to grab my shredder. For my shredder, I am going to be using for the carrots. I like to give my albondigas a pop of color since. Okay guys, so I peeled my carrot off camera, so I'm just chopping off these 2 pieces. So I am going to be using the smaller side. There is different sides to this. So yeah, I don't know what this is for here, guys. But yeah, we're gonna start shredding this. Sorry guys, my boob keeps jumping. It's like something I cannot control. So I'm just trying to get as much carrot as I can in there. So I can't get this tiny section. So now I'm just gonna go put my finger in, clean my hands in. Sorry, sounds sexual there, but trying to get all the product out. So this is the carrot that we have. It's shredded finely, very thinly, so it can cook good. And it'll take that long. So we're gonna add that with our albondiga mix. And I forgot to say, guys, this is going to be turkey albondigas. Not gonna be making beef albondigas, turkey albondigas. So you can smell all those beautiful, oh. So that's how that looks there. So that's about that there. Now I'm going to be adding the rice portion. So for the rice, I'm going to be using, I'm not sure what kind of rice, but you can use any kind of rice you like. So I'm going to be grabbing a hand bunch and just throwing it into my mixture. You don't want too much rice. Get like a little bit more, because my hands are little. So I think that's about good. We don't need too much. Now we're just gonna get all this mix incorporated. So that's how it looks with the rice. Alright, so now what we are going to be doing is cutting some potatoes and some carrots also for that. So I'm gonna do 3 carrots, because the only ones that eat carrots are me and my husband. My kids don't really like it. Sorry guys, it's a mess here. Yes. So for the potatoes, I think I'm going to be doing about 5, because that goes really quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel all of this off camera, and I'll be back, guys. Okay guys, so we are back. So I have my carrots and my potatoes all peeled. So now I'm going to be chopping them up, guys. Sorry for that. So I'm gonna chop them in half, and then once again in half. So I just flipped it over and cut it in half. So that's my potatoes there. I'm going to put my carrots in the same place as well, guys. Don't worry, my countertop is clean, guys. Could you go over there, please? So now I'm going to be chopping up my carrots. For my carrots, I'm going to take the tips off and then cut the bottoms off. Okay. Just not in the range. So how I like to cut them, I put them in a diagonal. I just put my knife in a diagonal way. I flip the carrot, diagonal, flip the carrot, diagonal, flip the carrot, diagonal. So they're not all gonna look the same, but yeah, you get the little gist about it. So now what we're going to do is the meat part for the albondigas. So let me put these 2 things. So I have my cilantro, my tomatoes, and my onions. That's going to be for the broth. And then I just have my little sides besides the albondigas. So I'm going to put this next to the stove. So now going to work with this part here. So let me put that there. Bring this a little over here. So the 2 things I'm going to be putting in my albondigas are going to be the chicken flavoring and the Knorsuisa. So yeah, here it is, guys. So I'll put those on the side. So for my meat, I'm going to be using the ground turkey. So yeah, I'm going to be using the 2-pound bag. Where's the 2 pounds at? So I'm going to be using the 2-pound bag. I usually go for the 3 pounds, but I don't think, like most of the time we leave some, so I don't want to really leave much today. So I'm just gonna slice this open, guys. So that's why I did this part last, because I don't want to have to wash my knife, disinfect it, because all I did was just rinse it, because it was just veggies, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and throw all this in there. How that looks there, a big old piece of sausage. So I'm going to use 1 egg. Alright. So I'm going to be using the chicken flavoring, like what you use like for carne asadas. So I like to cover my meat up with this. Get all of it nice and covered. So I'll show you guys. Let me just get the camera real quick. So that is how I like to do it. Just cover it all up. Okay. So I am also going to be using some Knorsuisa. Knorsuisa I'm going to be using, I have little spoons, so I'm going to use 1 spoon and then like half of that. So I just leave that spoon in there all the time. So now is the mixing part, guys. I should have just left the meat out earlier because it's cold. So now we're just going to mix it up. You could always make a rice with this, which most people do. Because you like to put, like me, I like to put the rice in the bottom and then put my albondigas on top for the broth. It's really good, guys. I once did this for, so I used to work at UPS for seasonal, and I was a driver helper. So I asked my driver helper, would you like me to bring you some albondigas? I'm going to make some tonight. And he was like, I'm not sure. I don't have nowhere to put it. And I'm like, oh, you could just give me your thermal like that. I could wash it and I'll bring you some, like, no problem, you know. So then the next day I bring him his albondigas. He was like, the broth was the best part. Like, you know, good. You know when something is good, when the broth is what stands out. Plus the albondigas are really good. So I have this mix, guys. I feel like it still needs more the chicken flavoring. I go by how it looks. I don't go by how it tastes, because obviously you can't taste this because it's raw chicken, kind of. It is a chicken, but it's turkey. So it's raw turkey. So you get sick out of the salmonella, guys. So now I'm going to go ahead again. Just cover this from the top. Cover the top once again. Exactly how we did the first time. Now we're going to cover the whole meat, guys. So I'm not going to use this anymore because this will make it salty. I do not want that. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix it, guys. So I'll show you guys. So I like to make my balls about this size. It's not a little smaller, so they cook a little faster. So about this size. So what keeps it together is the egg. So, yes, guys. So we're going to leave this to the side, and we're going to go start with our broth. So I'm going to move this to my stove. And let me bring you guys to my stove. So we are going to start with everything now. So my biggest bowl, let me show you guys. So I'll be back, guys. Okay, guys. So this is the biggest bowl I have. I don't have anything. Sorry for my hairy ass hand. Sorry, I don't. Okay, guys. So this is my biggest bowl I own. So sorry, my biggest pan I own. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do it with that. So that's why I did purchase less meat, because I never had space for everything in here. So we are going to turn up. Oh, sorry guys for it being dirty, but this is the section I do my rice on, because my rice spills all the time. So I have the little, I know that looks a little tacky, but I mean, I don't want to have to clean it every single time. I just rip it off and throw it away. So I am going to put a very, very tiny bit of oil, guys. You can use any oil you want. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of oil just so you get my veggies fried. So I'm going to be throwing all of this in there. So, like that. So now I'm just going to be mixing everything, letting everything cook up, dissolve, let all their nice juices come out. So when that's done, we will be back so you guys can see how that looks. Okay guys, so I added some water to this because it wasn't really leaking as much as I thought it was going to. So I added a little bit of water, so we're just gonna let this simmer a little bit. Let the tomato and the onion cook up a little bit nicer. So yes, I'm just mixing it. You could go ahead and leave this alone for a while. I was able to do the dishes while this was going. So yes, guys. So yeah, so in here is tomatoes. We have purple tomato. Sorry. Tomatoes, purple onions, and cilantro. And so we're just cooking this up, this beautifulness. We don't even have to let it cook up because it cooks up a lot nicer when the broth is in there. So now we're gonna go ahead and add the water in, guys. So we'll be back. Okay guys, so this is how it looks with the water in there. I did not put anything else. As you can see, the broth, sorry guys, I'm like spacing out here, but yes, like everything I put in there makes the broth look like this. So it's actually tastes really good already. Tastes good. I am going to add some Knorsuisa to this. I'm not going to add too much because everything else is going to give it flavor as well. Like the ground turkey is going to give it flavor. So let me grab that and we'll be back. Alright guys, so we are going to be using this chicken stock here. So I'm going to be using about 2 of these spoons here. Oops, I made a mess guys, because trying to record and cook at the same time. So now we're just going to mix this up guys, and that's everything it needs. We don't need to add anything else to this. So now what we have to do is wait to get a simmer on this. We have to let this boil so we can start adding our ground beef. Sorry, ground turkey. I'm like so out of it today, guys. So yeah, so we put our heat on high. So now it's just a waiting game. Let this boil, guys. So we'll be back. Okay, guys, so I like to use a mint while this is going to start boiling itself. So I'm just going to throw that in there. And we're just going to try to bury all this inside of the broth. All of the leaves. So that's about it, guys. So now we're just going to wait for this to boil up. And we'll be back. Okay, guys. So this is boiling already. So I'm just going to let it go for a little bit more. I'm going to be starting to roll all of the turkey meat here. So yes, let me put you guys down so I can show you guys. Okay, guys. So now I'm just grabbing some portions. Make it into little meatballs. They look a lot bigger on camera, but they're not too big. So I'm just going to throw them in there. Get them close to the water and toss them in there. And the reason why I let the water boil is because if I don't do this and then I have the meat in there before the water's boiling, it would just like fall apart. The egg also helps for this to not fall apart, guys. So yes, continue this, and then that's about it, guys. I'm gonna do this off camera because it is taking some time. Okay guys, so we have all of our albondigas, and now I'm gonna just throw my potatoes in carrots. So yeah, that's just practically it, guys. Now it's just a waiting game. This water is hot, so careful, guys, when you guys throw this in. Ah! That one's gonna burn. I gotta move it out of the way. I got a potato under here. Let me turn this off. So, yes, I'm going to switch spoons also because that's not good there. I'm gonna grab another spoon, guys, and I'm gonna let you guys see how these albondigas look so far. So yes, that's how it looks so far. So now we're just gonna wait for these to get cooked up. Make sure they're soaking in there. But as soon as they are ready, they start coming to the top. I'm going to cover it let me just turn this back on, assuming that they're gonna be cooking when they're not. Sorry guys. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover this. I got the wrong top once again. Sorry guys, my ugly ass face right here. So yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and cover this up so you get the best out of it, get it cooked as fast as we can. So we're gonna put the heat on medium. So I'll show you guys the end product. Okay guys, so our albondigas are boiling, as you could tell. Ooh, sorry. I'm here ruining my rice, wetting it a little bit. That's fine. So yes, these are our albondigas. If you guys like this video, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And please just join the Jazzy's Tips, guys. Yes, please. Okay, guys. So now our albondigas are boiling. We're going to let this cook for a little bit longer. So I'm going to let it boil a little longer because I know the rice takes a little longer to boil. So as soon as it's ready, I'll show you guys the end product. Okay guys, so this completes my video for these albondigas. They are delicious, guys. Sorry guys, I'm switching. But yes, these albondigas are delicious. I forgot to take a video. This is actually my second plate, guys. So let's take a bite with you guys. It's pretty hot, guys.
You were trying to light their house on fire.
How many times have I told you?
Okay, mommy.
That little bitch ruined my life.
It's so good, guys, but it's very hot. So I gotta let it cool down a little bit more. But yes, this is real good. The rice under it, the potatoes, and the carrots, guys. This is very delicious. I had one plate already. This is my second plate, so you know it's good. So yes, guys, if you guys like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And please join the Jazzy's Tips family, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys. Okay, YouTube fam. So this is the end results. I added some tapatio and lemon. So yes, this is how it looks. There's rice in the bottom. It's great, guys. Tastes real good. My kids love this. So yes, guys, this